Yo, what up? It's Jay Hen. Right now, you're listening.
On Wax the podcast, baby.
On Wax the podcast, right here in San Antonio, Texas. Number one podcast.
Like you drunk, I ain't scared of it. I put it on Chuck. You a bitch ass punk. In the NFL with scares and the type looking like it's a bitch.
Hey, yo, what it do, baby? It's your boy, Jay Hen. What it do, baby? It's Wax Wednesday in this motherfucker, man. How you like the shirt, though? I just got the shirt, though. The GSG. It's bully season in this bitch. San Antonio Spurs, baby. We got the Timberwolves next. My squad, the Rockets. So this is crazy. This is what we're going to start with. Houston has the opportunity to make history. This series should have already been ours, by the way. We lost a game. We were up by six with less than 30 seconds left. And somehow, some way, we blow it at. We take it to overtime. The Lakers win. But then we got the last two without KD. That's the crazy part. We're 0-2 with KD. We're 2-0 without KD. Make it make sense, right? So tonight, when I'm recording this, it's game 6 in Houston. If we win that, Sunday, game 7 in LA. But again, by the time you're listening to this, you already know if I'm a full-blown Spurs fan.
Give me a hell yeah.
Or if I'm still rooting for the Rockets. But this is fun, man. This is good stuff. And I want to jump right into the Spurs stuff too, right?
You lost us. You already lost us by starting off talking about the Rockets. Nobody's listening. Nobody cares about your Spurs take anymore.
Yeah, they do. Because it's going to be a spicy take.
You're a Rockets fan.
It's a spicy take. If you haven't already listened to the DeLoco episode, I kind of sort of explain it there, but I'm going to explain it here. Okay, so I don't understand. Let me sit up for this shit because I'm pissed off. I don't understand why it's a bad thing to have the Rockets and then me like the Spurs. To me, that's the only logical thing to do. I'm sorry I live in San Antonio. The fucking city's electric. They're on billboards. They're on every fucking channel you can think of. They're on HEB commercials. They take over social media. I'm sorry that this is my city. Now, what would be worse is if the Rockets lose and I'm like, I'm an OKC fan now, or now I'm a Knicks fan, or I'm a Piston fan, or I'm something different, anti-Spur. That's not me. I'm repping, baby. GSG, baby. GSG, baby. It's fun to have. Yeah, boy. But what I will say is this. Let me get my vocals right for this. San Antonio, what I'm about to say, it's going to sound like I'm being a hater, but trust me, I'm not being a hater. Okay? Are we good? All right, man, listen. The city, it's like a love-hate thing that I have right now because I love it to an extent. Like, this is why the Spurs are and the community is how it is. And it's an electric environment. And I just got done saying I love it. But I got to keep it real. There's a difference between being like a superstar and a super fan and me keeping it real. I'm going to keep it a buck with you, all right? You guys are going too fucking crazy right now. It was the Blazers, the number 7 ranked Blazers. I couldn't prior to the series, I couldn't name one player on the Blazers. Everybody knew the Spurs were going to either sweep them in 4-4-4-4, 4-4-4-4, or maybe it goes to 5. We knew that. And we're treating it, the city of San Antonio, we're treating it as if we just beat OKC, if we just leveled up and now we're in the finals. Now we just won the champ. Like literally people are literally setting shit on fire. People are shooting fucking huge ass fucking Roman candles, just boom, 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 out of trucks, boom, 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 honking like a motherfucker. And I like the honking, by the way, but still, it's the Blazers. Bam, 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 bam. Yeah, go Spurs. This one lady just said, "We just made history," and I'm like, "Made history how?" And she's like, "We haven't won a playoff game since 2016 or 2017. I'm like, "Well, that's not history. It's just been a minute. It's just been a minute." It's cool that we're behind our team like that, but did anybody really think that the Blazers were a threat? And just, again, calling a spade, keeping it a buck. Keeping it a buck 50 right now. Y'all are finna blow the fucking wheels off the Timberwolves that don't even have Ant-Man. But is the city gonna get crazy, crunk, and deliver? Of course. But there's a little piece of me that like that shit. Like, I love how electric the city gets. But the Blazers... But the Timberwolves without Ant-Man? Save that shit for Oklahoma City and whoever the fuck you play in the East. Because I think you guys have Oklahoma City's number. I think that series goes 6 or 7 games either way. That's the real NBA Finals right there. That series is the real NBA Finals. That's the one that everybody's waiting for. And we all know it's inevitable. Spurs, Thunder, mano y mano, best pound. Whoever wins that series is going to win the whole shit. Can you find the one where he's shooting like that big ass launcher?
Yeah, I just wanted it. I didn't believe you. People said shit on fire. No, that's too far.
That's too far.
That's too far. But...
And again, it's for the first round of the playoffs.
It doesn't matter.
It matters.
No, because like the Spurs play the first round of playoffs. It's reps. It's reps.
But
it doesn't matter.
The regular
how good
season
the team
was
is.
reps.
Yeah, but we didn't go honking all season long. We're getting our reps in right now. Okay, you can't be as good of a fan like the Spurs fans are if you don't get your reps in. Every other city tries to wait until the very end. That's why y'all all suck at celebrating championships. Every other city we put to shame, except for that fire stuff. We put to shame when it comes to celebrating championships.
But what are y'all going to do different when y'all beat OKC or go to the finals and win the championship?
Thing. That's what we've been doing since 1999. That's why we're so good at it. We don't need to.
It's like if you go to the fireworks stand on July 1st and you start popping the shit up. Save some for July 4th. Why don't ya? That's all I'm saying. I'm not being a hater. Just save some for the big game.
See, it's like when racist people say, "I'm not racist," and then they say something racist. Like, you can say, "I'm not a hater," and then you proceed to hate.
And say some hating ass shit.
Yeah.
I'm wearing my shit right now, baby. It's bully season in this bitch.
It's a poser, bro. That's what a poser.
It's a bully season in this bitch.
You're a poser and you're a hater.
Not a poser.
Nah. You started off your podcast talking about...
I like the Rockets.
I'm the biggest fan of the Rockets. Wearing a GSG shirt. What?
I can like the Rockets.
You're so stupid.
I can like the Rockets. I couldn't help that shit. Grandparents take me to the games when I didn't even fucking know. Oh, here's the shit I'm talking about. Boom, 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 boom. God, Southside's fucking wild.
That's crazy.
Southside's wild, bruh. That's a whole different animal in San Antonio. We ain't even talked about that beast. That's the wild, wild South right there. They make their own rules.
12-year-olds dance.
Oh, yeah. You see can you pull that up? Bro, on the South side, there's And he looks younger than 12. He looks like 9, 10. You can be the judge, but whoa, I'm telling you, the South Side, baby.
I am not judging because I was 12 years old. I was driving a big ass Chevy truck.
In the city like this?
Yes, around the city selling meat.
Oh, I didn't even show his face, did it?
No, we don't want to show his face.
I do.
He's 12 years old.
I'm a snitch. No, I'm kidding. Shout out to my boy Gmo. I don't know if he was 12. He was close to 12, 13. His mom, but we were living in the country, would give him the keys to this big ass van. We were swanging this van, and at 12, going to like just the grocery store at 12, that shit was fire. That shit was tight. But yeah, San Antonio, man, the city is electric right now. Like I said, every game. I mean, have you seen the La Cantera, the Rock or whatever they call that shit? Whoa, like that's the place to watch a game. If you're not at the game, that's the place to watch a game. That, my friends, is like that alone. Like, woo, yeah, it's basketball season. I'm pumped up. Look at this shit. I love, like I said, I love this. And this is exactly why I'm not a poser. Because how could you hate on this?
Oh no, because you want it.
How could you hate on
like
that?
That's exactly why you're a poser.
That shit's tight. That shit's tight. What I could do is just hate. Like, they fucking suck.
I'd rather you do that.
They're gonna get beat by OKC. I'm not gonna do that. Warning, drinking a Coke and it's gonna make me burp like hell. What else I want to talk to you? Man, there's so much shit I can't wait to talk to you about. Like, and I know Beans is gonna have some shit to say too. Oh, real quick, didn't go to Fiesta this year. This is the first year I didn't go to any Fiesta events. For whatever reason, like I miscalculated that shit. I thought I had one more week left. And they're like, nah, Fiesta's over. And I'm like, oh, that sucks. Didn't get to go to any Fiesta events. We will talk about my New Orleans trip. That's doper than fuck. That's doper than fuck. Spurs Rockets. But first things first, we got to talk about this because this podcast and my mental health has went down the shitter lately, right? Because all I can think about is aliens, the government lying. The more I see, the less I know which merch is about to sell out. That first day, bruh, I had so many orders. It was insane. I'm down to like 3 or 4 tees. I don't even know the sizes, but if you're still looking for a tee, if you haven't got a tee, reach out to me because I literally got like 3 or 4 left. But hey, this is huge for me because anybody like easily over a year, I've been talking simulations. I've been talking aliens. I've been talking the government hiding all this stuff. In the last week, this is breaking news. Which one would be good for you? Nope. 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 Nope.
Who the fuck is that guy?
That's what Beans is saying when I'm repping the Spurs next week. All right, it's one of these. It's one of them buttons. God damn it! But listen here, my perspective has changed. My idea of what an alien has changed as of this last week, and I'm so excited to like talk about it because you can't fake this shit and you can't make this shit up. So I'm wondering, because like I sound like a fucking crazy man, but I'm also kind of wondering why you guys are so nonchalant about this shit because it's right here in front of us. The news is here. The government is sweeping it under the rug. We know they are, and we're just okay with it. I mean, at least 12 scientists have gone missing, or they're either missing or they committed suicide. And some of these scientists have came out and said, Trust me, guys. I want to let you know immediately. I'm not going to commit suicide. I'm in a good spot. If I go, it wasn't suicide. And guess what? They go missing or they're found dead and they mark it as suicide. Beans, pull up this shit's gonna blow your fucking deck off, dude. Amy, AMYESK Ridge. And if you can watch, maybe there's like a YouTube short on it or maybe a reel or something, because I've been watching a lot of Instagram reels on it. She goes on to say that I don't know if she like discovered or something about anti-gravity. And she's letting us know that the higher ups can space travel. And there's two things called the P-47 and the P-52. And that is 47,000 years from today. And P-52 is 52,000 years from today. And it's where the elites know that something here is about to happen bad. So they go space traveling into the future. And the aliens, the grays that we see with the big head and the big eyes, they are us in 47 years. And then there's this show on Netflix. It's like a alien investigation, I think it's what it's called. And they show you the evolution of like from an ape and then it goes into like a cavemanish dude. And then it kind of comes into a guy like me. And then it kind of goes into like the alien. But it's the evolution. Aliens, they're not just some, I'm going to the planet Earth. No. They are us in the future. Amy Eskridge told you. And so she goes on this. Huh?
You know what that is.
Oh, can we see it? Oh, here it goes. Watch this shit. This shit's going to blow your fucking mind.
They're us from the future. They're from here. They are you. They are me. They're from here, from the future. P-47 is present plus 47,000 years.
She's articulating it better than me.
P-52 is present plus 52,000 years. And basically there's a calamity, right? So there's like a apocalypse scenario in the near future. It wipes out most of like everything, man. And there's the ones that go underground and survive, right? And then there's the ones that somehow stay on the surface and miraculously don't die. So the ultra-terrestrials, I'll just tell you, the ultra-terrestrials, I think, have you heard of the P-52s and the P-47s? Do you know what that is?
Okay, well, the ultra-terrestrials are us, and the extraterrestrials are the green guys. Basically. And she goes on to say, I don't know if Beans can find it, but if he doesn't, I will do this. That these Russian people were staking out her apartment. And so she would say things like, she was telling her boyfriend they're looking out the blinds, and they're like, I think he's been there for a couple hours, like this, that, and the other. Can you try to get his license plate? She says about 30 minutes from her saying to her boyfriend, can you get his license plate? This like Russian looking dude comes down the hall, knocks on her door, drops off his license plate. So they looking through the little peephole. They see the dude drop a license plate. They're like, what the fuck? He goes back downstairs, pops his trunk open, gets another license plate and puts it on. Basically saying, we hear everything you're fucking saying. We don't give a fuck if you get our license plate. Here, have it. Actually, you want the number, we're going to give it to you. We're going to hand deliver this shit. And then we're going to go back to my car, pop the trunk and get a brand new license plate. Then she went on to say, I don't know if this is exactly true, but they had some like weird technology that burned her hands while she was working from home. And from here to here, you've seen her hands super red. And she's like, this is crazy right now. This is crazy. Watch this.
Someone has been burning me to a crisp while I've been working on the DHS stuff. So now I'm not sure if now is the best time to stick my neck out on TV. It's complicated. Some kind of dew I have not seen before. OMG, they melted the window blinds. Side-by-side apartments. We came back and both cars had been totally drained of all antifreeze. Huge puddle under both of them. My camera roll is like a really disturbing and sad espionage catalog again with the randomly exploding veins. Oh shit.
Bro.
Why is that in Spanish? Horrific photos. Slow murder isn't very pretty. The swollen spine says it all. Overheating your nervous system causes... Okay, I'm reading too much.
But this is literally one case of like 12.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm not... Look into it. It's crazy.
I think that I enjoy talking about it and I will keep talking about it. But ever since I started talking about these things, I've been experiencing some crazy shit.
No.
I've never been hacked ever in my life. I've worked in IT. I'm not super like VPN and blah, 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 right? Malware, all that shit. I don't really fuck with that.
Oh boy.
I'm not going to get a virus for me, right? I've never been hacked. 2 times in the past week, I got hacked on my work account. I got hacked on one of my Gmail accounts. That's never happened. And it's people logging in on the East Coast under my accounts.
Whoa.
And she's talking about swollen spine. Like I'm dealing with some spinal shit myself, dude. And illnesses, random illnesses. I've never had serious illnesses in my life. I've never been in the hospital, not a single day in my life. I'm dealing with some random fucking weird illness right now that I don't know what the fuck it is, but people that have been online talking about this type of shit, Ian Carroll, dealing with the same type of shit.
My hand's actually feeling
Candace
hot
Owens,
right
years ago, started dealing with the same type of stuff. She was like, where I couldn't get out of bed 16 hours a day. I was tired. I couldn't even think. I was so sad because I didn't have my brain facilities anymore. I'm not saying that I'm like popular and anybody's listening to me, but I think that anybody that talks about this shit,
keywords,
that they can hone in and potentially like fuck with you.
Remember that one time I had posted that YouTube short of Kim Kardashian saying the moon landing was fake?
Yeah.
And I just did like hashtag Area 51, hashtag aliens. They shut that shit down.
Oh, really? Your post?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They didn't want me to run in with that one. They listen. I don't know if it's keywords. I'm just saying, I'm just shooting the shit with my friend. I ain't even believe none of this shit.
I do.
I don't believe none of this shit. They tell us the truth. Speaking of though, but yeah, look into it is all I'm saying. The more you see, the less you know on Wax the Podcast. That's all I'm saying. Beans is going to have to educate us on this, but the Trump assassination was kind of crazy. There was video of the dude, and was he like a second grade teacher? He was like circling the hotel or wherever it was at, and then out of nowhere, it just shows him like with the gun in his hand and like throws through security. Security, for whatever reason, almost shoot, don't shoot. He gets in there, gets blasted on him I don't even know. He dies, right?
No.
He doesn't die.
At first, they say that they neutralized the shooter. He's dead.
Right, that's what I heard.
There was one shooter. It turns out that it was one guy with a gun who ran through security, didn't shoot one shot.
Nope.
Security shot, the FBI shot at him, hit one of their fucking fucking Secret
Oh.
Service agent guys in the vest. And they tackled this guy, somehow stripped him naked, put a tinfoil freaking blanket on him, a space blanket. And now he's alive and he's charged.
Okay. Well,
Now, the crazy part is there was this lady. So I don't know if you saw the clip, but there was this Caroline Leavitt, who's the spokeswoman for the White House.
yeah.
Before it, they were interviewing her, Fox News.
Oh,
and she
I know,
was
yeah.
like, "There's going to be shots fired,
Yep,
right? Okay,
yep,
that's probably the shots fired part. That's probably
A
talking
roast
about
or
jokes
something,
yes,
right.
But this other member of the media was called into Fox News, and they were like, "Tell us what happened. Tell us your experience." And she's like, "I was sitting next to Caroline Leavitt's husband in the ballroom, and he was telling me to take care of myself. And he was telling me that he heard call drops."
Whoa.
And Fox News is like, "Well, we know that happens. We know that everybody's calling in that area right now. We know that the cell phone lines get... You know how back in the early 2000s when everybody was calling everybody on New Year's and lines get tied up? And that hasn't happened in the past 25 years.
Bruh.
But Fox News is like, well, we know that this is what happens in these types of events. Bullshit. She was about to say that he was going to warn her.
There's several, like I said, there's several red flags because that lady just randomly says, "And trust me, tonight there's going to be shots fired." Whoa, that's crazy enough. Number two, Dana White's there, and he's fanboying over the situation. He's full blown smile. Oh man, that was awesome. I was sitting down. They wanted me to I was in there. I didn't want to leave. Oh my God, it was awesome. Bubba, you're about to get murdered and you think it's awesome? And I don't know the anything really, but what I do know is then there was some sort of conspiracy that prior to this event, Trump was asking permission or wanting it to be held somewhere else, and they denied him that. And then all of a sudden this happens almost like I told you we should have moved it because if you didn't move it, stuff like this could happen. It was just like a lot of weird shit.
Trump tore down part of the East Wing months ago, a few months ago, and his plan was to build a ballroom, a grand ballroom,
Yes.
and it was going to be the most beautiful ballroom ever, right? And the government put a stop to it because it's like, hold on, how much is this going to cost? It's an insane amount of money, okay? But I'm going to get into this part if you'd like me to, because
It's crazy.
dude, it's. I think it's like $90 million to build a ballroom. I think it's that much. I think that's how much the bill was. Okay. But so the thing that they're saying is, yeah, this was a fake shooting so people could get to start supporting the ballroom. Immediately after the shooting, in unison, people that are affiliated with the Republican Party like TPUSA start tweeting, "We need to build the ballroom. We need to build the ballroom." Everybody in unison basically saying the same thing.
Yep.
Okay. Connecting the dots, right? And so that's crazy, right? But it's not about a ballroom. It's not about a ballroom because they're digging way beneath where they're supposed to be building the ballroom. They're digging a huge trench beneath that. And it's about that part. What the conspiracy is that they are putting a data center right below the ballroom. They have recently rerouted the water system in Washington, D.C. to start going towards Pennsylvania Avenue, towards the White House, because they need huge amounts of water to facilitate a data center.
Or
The craziest. Go ahead.
what we're talking about, that lady just said that the elites are going to be underground
Yes.
in the event of a crazy catastrophe. They could be pre-planning for that, but you said there's even something crazier than that.
Yes. So the architect for the ballroom that has designed some of the most historic venues in Washington, D.C.,
Right.
in America,
Right.
got fired last week. They hire Shalom.
Oh boy.
Shalom Baroness Associates, lead architect for this new White House ballroom project. He's an Israeli, right? And so the amount and the square footage of this ballroom is actually the same amount and square footage of a recent data center that they built in Israel, in Tel Aviv, right next to the capital of Tel Aviv, like where the Capitol building. And so the conspiracy theory is that they're building an AI network, and this is going to control the world. Okay, even more than it already does. But this is going to control everything. You speak out of line, Candace Owens, no more credit card. Boom, gotcha. You're done. You're done. Like, and that's what that's what it's all about. But they're talking about a ballroom for a White House correspondence dinner. It's not about that.
And Amy Eskridge, she said this catastrophe is not going to be like a fire or nothing. She says it's over technology.
100%.
It's a technology catastrophe is what she said. Bruh, this is some scary shit. And when she says P47 and P52, we're talking 47,000 years. So like when she says something soon, maybe soon means 300 years from now, right? Maybe it means 200 years. Maybe it means 50 years. I see that's the thing I'm stuck on is when she says soon doesn't necessarily, in the grand scheme of things, soon doesn't necessarily mean in the next 30 days, in the next 2 years, in the next 5 years. But what I will say, since like 2020, so like in the last 6 years, we've seen an uncontrollable amount of UFOs, shit in the sky. Is it this? Is it that? AI, this, that. Like I said, we always talk about like people that have dead that you can kind of make them seem alive, and people that are alive dead. It's becoming a fucking movie, dude. And to say all that with the AI and this and that, I've said a lot of the same shit several times, so I probably said this on another episode before. Joe Rogan once said that the dinosaur era, the way he described it was like, it was just like in video games, you have different levels, and someone plays the dinosaur level, and then you advance to the next level, and like that's when they all were extinct and all that bullshit, right? Like, but it's just another level. Like this era, this human era is just another level until the AI technology robot level, like the technology level. Because again, me and CJ Vigar, if you haven't listened to that episode, listen to it. They said that dinosaurs were like 600 million years ago. 600 million years ago. And just think about the amount. And this is what I was trying to tell my daughter too. And I don't really like to really fill her head up with this shit, but it's something to think about. Dinosaurs happened 600 million years ago, right? And then like me and CJ talked about, in the last 200 years, think about all the technology from not even 200, last 20 years. From your little Nokia phone that we used to play Snake on, to the shit that we have now in the last 20 years, this much. What if there was life existence 600 million years ago? You don't think that this type of AI technology, like this shit's probably a game? Like, if you buy Sims right now at your local Walmart and you play it, Call of Duty, you name it, it feels and sounds so real. That's 20 years ago Call of Duty's been out. Think about 600 million years. Which even the thought of something being 600 million years is crazy. But I don't know. It's just a lot of this weird shit, whether it's this and P47. It's what I am willing to say is whatever this is, it's some shit that it just goes over our head on a regular basis. Like we pretend like it's not really that when it is really that. Something
That's what they want.
Right.
That's what they want, to control the masses. They don't want people to be talking about this. That's why they make people sick. That's why they affect people's way of life and their ability to make money and all of that shit. And again, back to this Shalom guy. He's the one that the government contracted for after 9/11 to re-harden the Pentagon and rebuild that section that was hit by a missile. It was a plane, my bad. And they had this guy that they fired was a church architect. He was supposed to design
That's
a ballroom. They hired a guy that hardens facilities, right? And then the Pepco, which is the energy company, filed an emergency request to start reverting energy toward the White House.
That's crazy.
Just an aside, real quick. The plane that didn't get to its destination on 9/11, the one that supposedly crashed in the field because the guys were like, "Let's go," and they took over the cockpit.
Yep.
That got shot down. Right. There were 4 fighter jets that got scrambled to track that plane, and the story was that the plane went down before they can get to it, right? One of the pilots in one of those 4 planes is Dan Kane. He's one of our top military chiefs. He's like number 3. And he was a pilot back then, talking about like going on this fucking mission to try to find the plane, and we had orders not to shoot it down, but before we can find it, it went down. It got shot down, bro. Dan Kane got paid for that. He's now a general, 4-star general.
It's all a lie.
It's crazy.
I'm just saying, and it's actually kind of, I'm actually mad that I'm looking into it. I wish I wasn't looking into it. I wish I didn't know this shit. You know, my kids ask me questions. I wish I could plead the fifth. I wish I could say I don't know.
No, you know what? With my kids, I tell them it's part of the rich and powerful enterprises. And if you think about the acronyms, which they won't think about it, rich and powerful enterprises. Rich and powerful enterprises.
Epstein.
Rape.
That's wild. That's wild. But yeah, there was this thing, speaking of airplanes, that LJ used to always talk about, that one plane that literally just goes missing in the sky. That shows like the little beep, 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 beep.
The Malaysian plane?
Yep.
Oh yeah, the Russians shot that down.
But there was still no sign of it, nothing.
No, of course not. It's a cover-up.
I don't know. Like I said, but even if that, either there's one or two options with that. That was a cover-up or
it went,
alien invasion.
It went lost. Which, again, that's predictive programming, right? Like Lost and what's that movie with Wilson? Tom Hanks gets on an island. Castaway. Predictive programming, bro. Like, being lost, and then suddenly you were on an island for all these years. No, you're with the aliens.
And last thing I want to say on that though is it could be us, because the narrative with aliens in general, before I thought that they were us, the narrative was they're looking after us to make sure we don't destroy the planet. And a lot of these UFOs, a lot of these sightings are near military bases for like, what do they call those bombs? Not atomic bombs. Nuclear bombs. But it could be us knowing this is Earth. Let's, again, try to save Earth. They have like legit interest in the planet because they're us. Well, it's weird to think about. I'm going to get off that hype train. But my new thing is aliens are not like, we are aliens. It's us. And maybe they lose their voice or something, but it's us. It's humans. Evolved humans is my new thing. What's next? What else I want to I've been lifting weights a lot lately. 3, 4, 5 times a week, man. Just getting fucking yoked, dog. Oh my God. I literally just twisted something in my arm. I'm not even kidding. Ow. I'm getting fucking traps. Been taking creatine. Been taking some testosterone pills from CVS because I got them for 40% off. I've just been bench. I'm not going to tell you my bench numbers, but my bench went up by 30 pounds. I'm fucking feeling yoked. I'm fucking feeling just ready to go. Like, woo. Shout out to Chris. We've been going to the gym every fucking day. It feels like protein, creatine, shakes, this, that. Watch this. Watch this. Woo. 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 Boys, hey, give me until like June, July. You know, I'm just saying, and I'm not really doing nothing with the abs because, like, I know somebody who liked this shit. Got my damn body full effect, so like I'm not really doing the ab shit. I just want to I've been just doing that shit. Feeling good about it, feeling great about it. Hold up.
Let's get back to the aliens.
Oh, breaking news.
Not the aliens, but the ballroom.
Yeah.
Right. You want to hear the top donors?
No, stop it.
Meta, Apple, Amazon, Google, Lockheed Martin, Microsoft, Comcast, Altria, Coinbase, the worst one, Palantir, T-Mobile, Ripple, Hard Rock International.
All you gotta do is look into it. All you gotta do is look into it. Or don't.
We're cooked.
Or don't.
Don't. Just keep on with your life.
Right.
Just keep on with your life, okay? Pay the high gas prices. Don't notice the fucking increase in all your food that you're buying right now, whether you're buying at fast food or at the fucking store. It's all gone up. You're not paying attention to it.
Oh, bro, guess how much a 12-pack of Coke cost?
$7, $8 now.
Bro, talking to you, what do you think a 12-pack cost? In my day, I remember it being literally like $3.50, $4.50. $8.50, $9 for a 12-pack of soda.
Don't look at that. Don't pay attention to it. Don't
wow.
Look. I order my kids food when they get home from school. Used to be $15. It's $30. Don't pay attention to it. Just keep living your life. Don't pay attention to it. Forget about it. Don't worry about it.
YOLO.
That's the problem, guys. If you do not worry about it and you don't talk about it and you get scared about this shit. Like, I'm not saying get scared. I'm not saying live your life and like don't let it affect your mental health. Yeah. It will when you first start digging into it. But once your mind starts to settle down, then you just see it. You just see it and you know it, but you got to talk about it.
To your point, I told my friend Corey, he's just like full blown religious. Afterlife is heaven or hell. And I'm like, man, I love that you think that way, but just be open-minded for other possibilities, because if and when shit hits the fan, you're not like, so like, oh, what the fuck? Oh, at least you can be like, yeah. So like, no matter what the fuck happens at this point, I'm going to be like, yeah, makes sense. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Kind of heard about that. But I don't know. Speaking of, I was really hesitant to jump into this topic because, I don't know. Like it's a weird situation. And the more people ask, the more I feel obligated to talk about it. And I'd say like 2, 3, 4 people in the last week have asked me about it. And I kind of thought it was like in the rear view in the past. And I didn't really need to speak on it. But as more people ask, I'm like, man, I got to put myself in the listener's view, right? Like, so they're wondering, where the fuck is LJ? So like, you wouldn't believe how many messages I get that's like, so the you and LJ thing are just done? And I think there's this misconception about the me and LJ thing that I want to clear up. I think from like the social media standpoint, the view, it looks like one episode, me and LJ just recorded an episode. And then next thing you know, it's like, I'm like, bro, sorry, dude, got my new studio. We're taking off. See you later. Skirt. That is not That is not what happened at all. Like people literally say like, oh, you just broke up with him and left. I'm like, well, I'm not gay, but he broke up with me, if anything, just to be clear. And I love you, LJ, if you're listening. I know you do listen. And when we didn't really have a talk, still to this day, we never had a talk like, hey, I'm going to quit this completely and I'm going to do this fully. We never had that talk. He never had that talk either, to be fair. But there were several times in the past where I was like, if you don't want to do this, you don't have to do this. And he would say he did want to do this. And so it got so inconsistent, and I was really shooting for consistency, that I said, we can always still do this. I want to still do this. All the audio stuff that I do with them, to still to this day, those are my absolute favorite episodes. And I kept that door open. I said, if and when you ever want to record, I'm so down. You say the date, you say the time, and I swear to God, I'll be there. I got the laptop, I got the mic. It's at my house. It's easy peasy. It's done. And I just haven't heard from him. And I've gotten that vibe when we were recording. Shout out to my brother LJ. But I think to answer the question is, life had hit him smack dab in the face. And I don't even know with what, because he's a very private person. But I think his priorities changed and maybe his interests changed. I don't know. Like, I felt like he thought, in my personal opinion, I think he thought it was a hassle or like a fucking burden. Like, fuck, dude. God damn. And for me, it was like, this is the 1 hour a week or two I get to chop it up with my friend with topics like this. And I thought it was fun. And I knew he had fun. It's like the gym, right? Like, you always feel good after the gym, but you never want to go to the gym. It sucks waking up at 5 a.m. and clocking in to go to the gym. I think this was more like that for him. I've been waiting for the day for him to come to San Antonio so he could sit there. Like, my 3 guests that I am in dire for, guests that I'm like super duper looking forward to. I want that Mexican OT to sit there. I want Paul Wall to sit there, and I want Corey and LJ to sit there. Those are my 4. And we had Corey in here. That's going to happen again soon. So before the end of the year, we're working, guys. But yeah, I cannot wait for the day that LJ's sitting there and we chop it up, because this is just a whole elevated version of what we were doing. We would have never guessed that we would have taken it this far. But on a personal note, and this is kind of a weird situation, because you never wanted to, like, I'm always feel like I'm so sensitive and I'm kind of needy as a friend. And I hate to feel that way. So you can't really have this conversation with them. But if you are listening, I want to say it's kind of bumming me out that we don't talk as much. Like, it used to be like, we used to do the podcast and we'd play Call of Duty, and we would play Call of Duty for like 2-3 hours a night, 2 or 3 nights a week, and plus the podcast. So like, literally, I would talk to LJ probably 3 or 4 hours a week. And since he quit doing the podcast and we haven't played Call of Duty in months, it really bums me out too, because I have a friend named Chago. He was one of my absolute best friends. I was the best man at his wedding right after high school, like give or take. We were like 21, 22 years old. And now I only see Chago. I only see him on social media, and I only talk to him during fantasy football. Like, I go to his house or his family's house for the fantasy football draft once a year, and I never talk to him again. And he was one of my absolute best friends. And now it's like, I barely even know Chago. Like, I don't really know his children's names. I don't know how many children he has. And it bums me the fuck out. And it's kind of premature to say this about LJ, but like, we're basically like Instagram reel friends. Like, we send each other Instagram reels, but that's about it. We rarely text each other. We don't talk to each other on the phone. We don't play Call of Duty. We don't record podcast. And it bums me the fuck out because I was also thinking about life and I'm an overthinker, but it's like me. I always use this as an example. Like me, LJ, and Corey, we used to take like a guys trip and we used to go somewhere. Like we'd go to Vegas or we'd go to Miami, and Corey'd be like, "Hell yeah, dude!" Like recently, like I can't wait to go to Miami again. And I'm like, "Bro, we're not going to ever go to Miami again." He's like, "What do you mean?" And I'm like, "Bro, like we're damn near 40. We're pushing 40. Children, wives, girlfriends, fiancés, like the fam, like everything is all fucking tangled." And we could always go to Vegas. I feel like Vegas is that one location that we can always go to. Like, I want to go again in July for the Conor McGregor fight, or I want to do this for my birthday. We'll go to this event. Like, we can gather the troops, like maybe the fantasy football destination draft. Like, we can find, LJ wants to come soon to a Spurs playoff game, right? So we might do that in the next few weeks. So we can always find little gaps to hang out. But like when me and Corey took that flight home from Miami to Austin and we're about to land, we never thought at that point, bruh, this is probably our last time in Miami, man. Like we don't think about that. Like hypothetically, the last time I played Call of Duty with LJ, let's just say it was January 7th. When we logged off, it's like, "You got one more?" "Nah, man, I'm tired, man. I gotta go to bed." "All right, bro." I never said like, "All right, man. Hey, if this is the last time we play, man, dude, Call of Duty got us through some tough days during COVID. You know what I mean?" He's like, "Hell yeah, man. Fuck it. Let's go. Signing off for the last time." I have never played since then. He's never played since then. Like, it's weird. Like, and I talked about this, like when we go to Jamboree, and we see people that we used to go to high school with. And for one, I use an example like of Roger Roberts. I saw Roger Roberts at Jamboree a few years ago, and I was like, "Holy shit, dude, that's Roger Roberts. Nice seeing you, man." And we clap hands, and we're like, "All right, boss, see you later." No, I'm not. Like this lady, her name was Shirley. I used to work with her for like 11 years. She had a retirement party. She had a retirement dinner last year, and we're saying our goodbyes. "Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you." Like, if you think about it, you put it in perspective. I'm not just saying bye, see you Monday morning like usual. I'm closing that chapter with Shirley for the rest of my life, probably. When I dap up Roger Roberts and I say, "Bro, nice seeing you, my man. Be safe." "All right, man. Be safe." I'm probably never going to see Roger Roberts again in my life. Like, do I play Call of Duty with LJ anymore? Will we have the opportunity to do one more podcast? And if he does sit here, do I get to tell him how much I fucking love him and how much, I've known him for fucking 30 years. But do we have that moment? We rarely have that moment with family when they pass away. Like, you don't get to have that moment often where you have some closure. And I think this LJ situation, this topic has really been bothering me because I don't think neither of us went into that last episode, whatever that last episode was, audio wise, and like had any type of closure for the listeners that had been listening for the last 5-6 years. And it was just like, it was like, whoop, that was the end of that podcast. And it was off to a new era. And we never really addressed it. And to be fair, it's because I didn't really think that was going to be the end until like 4, 5, 6 months go down the line. It's like, damn, I ain't talked to LJ, ain't recorded with him. And just like I said, it just kind of bums me out because I don't talk to him. So I don't know how he's doing as like personally. I know how Corey's doing. I know how, my other friends are doing. I don't know how LJ's doing. And like, due to Matt, I've known him since 1996, bruh. It's 2026. If you want to do the math, 30 years. I've literally known him since 1996. It's 2026. And like, what really bummed me out, and like, it's crazy to even say this, but like, he's been my absolute best friend since second grade. Like, he's been my ride or die since second grade. And then just recently, when I was talking about LJ, I referred to him as one of my good friends or one of my best friends. And I caught it when I said it. And I was like, damn, that's fucking crazy. I'm calling LJ one of my best friends when he's my absolute best friend. What you talking about, Willis? But it bummed me out because like, what if, I was talking to my friend Chris today. I was like, like me and Chris, we call each other probably like once or twice a week just to catch up Rockets and UFC and Spurs and yeah. But like I told him today, I was like, bro, like you got to imagine we're not going to be like 63 years old picking up the call and calling Chris like, hey, Chris, what's going on, buddy? Hey, what's going? It's one day that call's going to stop. And what I'm telling LJ right now, because it's fucking bothering me, we got to get back on the horse, Bubba. We can't let it stop. And we can't only talk like Chago when it's fantasy football season, because I think that's where it's headed. And I'm trying to prevent that. So if you hear this, anybody hears this, and you haven't been the best of friends and you haven't reached out, call your fucking friends. And I told you last time, call your family, because you never know what's going to happen. You don't know when's the end of anything, really. Speaking of all these fucking conspiracies, man, if you got some people, fucking make sure they're close, man. Is all I got. That's what I want to say about that, because it kind of bums me out thinking about that shit. But yeah, we never had a closure with LJ. Super excited because I will have him in that chair. Mark my words. He wants to come for a playoff game, by the way. I think that'll be dope. That'll be soon. We're not bad by no means. He just texted me today and was like, bros, what do you think about like going to San Antonio for a Spurs game? Like, so we're not bad. We're just not near as close as we were like a year ago. And it's trending a certain way, and I'm trying to reel that fucking rope back because it kind of bums me out thinking about that. But what else? Been watching, anywho, in other news, been watching Beyond the Villa, the Love Island show. Love it, by the way. Literally, Love Island is my favorite reality show. It's better than Love is Blind, better than all that shit. Love Island's the dopest. But I hadn't never really watched Beyond the Villa until recently. It's dope, too. And they're doing my boy Pepe bad, dog. They're doing Pepe bad. I don't really care for Brian, but I kind of like Brian. My favorite is Jeremiah. Oh, Jeremiah. Ardrina. Oh, Ardrina. Oh. I like a few of them. There's a few that I hate, and there's a few that I like. I can care less for Chris. Hannah. Ugh, who likes Hannah, right? Gross. What's that other girl's white girl? I need a white girl, Christina Aguilera. Whatever the fuck. It's a good show. Love Island. If you haven't started with Love Island at all, God, you got some fucking binging to do. It's amazing. It's amazing. I didn't watch like all the Love Island UKs, but the Love Island Americas, top tier, 10 out of 10. And there's like 2 or 3 seasons, so you'll have plenty to watch, and you'll thank me. What else I've been watching? There's this homicide show of New Orleans. I feel bad because I hadn't really talked about New Orleans. Took the family to New Orleans. Absolutely fucking fantastic. It was beautiful. Loved it. My son always wanted some beignets. Got some beignets. That shit was baller. Cafe Du Monde. Went to a ghost tour. That was fire. Went to a gator tour. That was fire. But I took the kids to Bourbon Street, and we walked down Bourbon Street, and it like crazy to think about this, but like legitimately, like not even hyping it up, not exaggerating, like legitimately think we saw 2 dead people on the ground. Like U.S. Marshals, like, nope, there's no pulse, and like, meow, meow, ambulances, ambulance, the guy's just like dead. So like, I would have never told their mom I took them to Bourbon Street, because kids really don't belong on Bourbon Street like at 10 p.m. So what does my son do? He calls his mom. He's like, hey, mom, just got back from Bourbon Street. Yeah, saw 2 dead people. I'm like, oh, God. Oh, God. Sure did get the text message. That was fun. The best food in the world. The best food in the world. What can I say? The drive is not that bad. I would suggest anybody, if you haven't been to New Orleans and you live in Texas, like, I don't care if you're single, if you have a boyfriend, if you have a full-blown family, go to New Orleans. It's about an 8.5 hour drive. The best food that you're ever going to get. The culture's fucking amazing. The swamps, the alligators, the ghost tours, the voodoo, all that's fucking, the beignets, the fucking crawfish. It's amazing. 10 out of 10 trip. Loved it. Dun, 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 dun. I think we're gonna wrap this sumbitch up. I'll wax the podcast. What I want to say at the end. Thank you guys for buying the merch. Literally, I was blown away with how much merch was sold. I'm down to like 3 or 4 shirts, and it was my biggest order I've ever made yet. So thank you guys. If you're wearing the merch, you like the merch, tag on Wax the Podcast. Let us know. Let everybody else know that you're rocking with the merch. If you're listening to this episode, I know you want to keep me to yourself, but I think it's time you let me go. Tag me. Let everybody know San Antonio's #1 podcast, baby. Yeah, share on your Instagram stories, do all that fun stuff. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Hit up LJ. Tell him I miss him. That bummed me out.
Have you told him in person, or you're just saying it on a podcast?
I'm just saying I'm a pussy. Because how does it feel if I tell him that? Because you know what? He hurt my. This is gonna sound so gay in 3, 2, 1. He hurt my feelings really bad in fantasy football season. And he really he took a personal shot at me. I don't want to get in the weeds of what the personal shot was, but it was a personal shot. And it was literally like a slap in the face where it made me question, like, damn, is this why you don't want to do the podcast? Is this why you don't show interest? Like, is this how you really think of me? And it really, really hurt my feelings. And I kind of addressed that with him in like a sarcastic way, but not really, really. And you never know if that's part of it. I doubt it is. I really doubt it is. I've known him for 30 years. I know him better. I swear to God, I know him better than my own brother. But yeah.
And let it be what it is. I got a best friend that I met in 2025. In 2005. And we were the closest friends for years. And then we weren't.
Right. Hurt your feelings.
No.
No?
No. Every time I see her, it's back to the same thing. Like we're best friends. And when we connect, that best friendship is there. We're what do you call it? Real buddies, where we share reels back and forth.
Yeah.
We rarely even say a word to each other, but we're just sharing reels back and forth and laughing at them. That's cool. That's our little connection that we're keeping. But I didn't go to her birthday party this year. She didn't bitch at me. Like, what's wrong? Did you not like me? Blah, blah, blah.
Every time we see each other or talk on the phone, it feels great.
Yeah. Yeah.
It feels great. The band is back, baby.
The lingering tension from that comment is there. It's going to be there until it's resolved. And if you don't want to resolve it, then get over the comment. He probably doesn't even remember that he made the comment.
And I just think he's not bothered by none of this shit.
Yeah, but you are.
He has bigger he's like, probably not thought of this shit once.
Like, what? I don't hate you. What
I love you, brother. Right. But I told you I'm sensitive. LJ, baby, I love you. On Wax the Podcast, San Antonio, baby. GSG, it's bully season, baby. If the Rockets losing, you're listening to this and it's just the Spurs, you already know who I'm repping, baby.
Poser season, baby.
Oh, you know what's crazy is there's this guy named Crazy Dave. He used to get crazy pissed off at me for repping the Spurs after the Rockets lost, like legitimately like angry. And I saw him at Torchy's Tacos today, and your boy is rocking the Spurs hat and the Spurs shirt. And all I could think about is I hadn't seen him in years, so it was like, hey, what's up, man? Nice seeing you. Happy late birthday. But in the back of my mind, all I could think of is he's seeing me rock this Spurs shit, and he's pissed the fuck off.
Dude, last thing I gotta say is I recommend that you watch this new Netflix show.
What's it called? Oh, is that Shots Fired? Is really good.
That Shots Fired.
Oh, fuck you. Fuck Beans. Fuck all this shit. Fuck BFR Productions. I'm out. JN. Oh, look at my new dad shoes. We out. Dun, 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 dun.
It's not recording. Oh, wait.
Hey, yo, it's your boy Jay Hen, and I got some very exciting news for you guys. If you guys like to have fun and you like to gamble, maybe you can't always afford to go to Vegas, don't worry about it. I got you covered. If you're in the San Antonio area, you must visit Rustlers Club, located off 410 and Ingram Road. Follow them on Instagram for more information at Rustlers Club SA, and let them know On Wax sent ya.